Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing my custom LEGO Transformers Weird Wolf. So here he is in his wolf mode, and in my opinion he actually looks pretty good here. The tail is pretty flat, however it does turn into the sword in robot mode. He also doesn't have any bottom teeth here, which is slightly unfortunate, but it's just due to how he transforms. And the shoulder shaping is actually quite nice, and he obviously has claws on each of his feet. And here you can see how the sword attaches. So for some comparisons, here he is with a Creon slash minifigure. And if you pretend that the Ironhide there is actually a Titan Master, I think this would actually work pretty well. And here he is with a Speed Champion set, as well as Earthrise Grapple. Obviously, he definitely has way too big of an alt mode for this type of scale, but he still works pretty well in my opinion. So on to the transformation, where we're going to start at the head. The first thing to do is take the entire back of the head and just fold it all the way to his back. We can then work on the robot mode head. So first we need to take that wee piece and rotate it all the way around. Next we're going to come to the sides where these two panels are, and you're just going to slide them down on the studs. This is going to give you clearance to rotate the entire back section, which was the bottom jaw. So you can hinge it up and rotate it round before collapsing it onto his back. Once we've done that, we can come to the little wedge plate and just spin it around a full 180 degrees. And finally for the head, you can take the two plates on either side and just fold them up. We can now work on the legs. The first thing to do is remove the sword, so it should just untab. Next, we can fold up this entire back section, so it should just rotate around and collapse on the side using the ball joints. This forms the backpack for the figure. We can now take those hinges at the legs and just extend them, so he has full legs. Now that we've done that, we can come to the knees, and given their own ball joints, you can just unfold them into the robot mode configuration. The final step for the legs is going to be rotating the feet. They are just on ball joints, so it's pretty easy just to spin them around. And once this is done, that is the legs all complete. So we move on to the front set, which is going to come the robot mode arms. The first thing to do is take the front paws and just rotate them down on the ball joint, and then rotate them around. Once this is done, we can go to the ball joints and the shoulders and just rotate them down. And that is going to be it for the transformation. So, here he is in his robot mode. And in my opinion, this guy actually looks pretty cool here, and his color scheme is quite nice. His posability is also pretty good, and he can get into some decently dynamic poses. And obviously the Creo Decepticon symbol on the chest, as well as the white plates around it, look pretty clean here. And they do match into the color scheme pretty well. You can also pose him with the sword, which does just clip into the hands, and that looks pretty nice as well. His articulation is good enough that he can get into pretty much any pose you need from him. And the backpack is not too big and it doesn't really weigh him down for the posing. So for some comparisons, here he is with Siege Optimus Prime, which he stands about head to head to. Here he is with Animated Blur, as these do both have the big shoulder stack pieces. Here he is with a Titans Return figure, Hardhead, as this figure is based on the Titans Return Weird Wolf figure. Here he is with a minifigure or Creon, which I actually don't think it works too bad for minifigure scale. And here he is with the McLaren. But anyways, that's about it for this review. So, if you've enjoyed, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all for the next video. Anyways, have a great time.